historia.
And I see some faces that I've seen before, and so you'll be hearing again what I've said before.
Pero mi intención es poder presentar un panorama general de Colombia.
But I want to give a general panorama of what's going on in Colombia.
Mostrar qué tan vinculados estamos.
And to demonstrate how closely we are related.
Y también mostrarles el momento actual, que es bien particular.
And also show us what we're facing right now, which is quite particular.
Suceden asuntos que nos dan esperanza de cambio.
And there's also some glimmers of hope in the near future.
Pero realmente no sabemos si va a ser un éxito o un fracaso.
But we don't know if there'll be success really or failure.
Así que yo solo les puedo mostrar los diferentes aspectos de lo que está sucediendo.
So I'll only be able to show you the different aspects of what's happening right now.
Y juntos esperar que sea lo mejor.
And we can just hope together that things will get better.
Vamos a iniciar haciendo una pequeña ubicación de Colombia.
So first I just want to show you where Colombia is.
Colombia está en la parte superior de América Latina.
So Colombia is found on the upper part of South America.
Y esto significa que es la puerta de entrada a mercados importantes.
So that means it's the beachhead to important markets.
Como Brasil, Argentina, Chile.
Like Brazil, Argentina, Chile.
En Colombia está la única porción de carretera que aún no está construida para unir toda la América.
And in Colombia, there's the one place from Alaska to Patagonia where there's yet to be a highway built that would connect the Pan American Highway.
Este segmento queda en la frontera con Panamá.
And that one part is on the border line with Panama.
Es la selva colombiana y el lugar de habitación de indígenas y afrodescendientes.
And it's a jungle area, and it's inhabited by African descendants and indigenous peoples.
Este es un territorio donde hay mucho conflicto, presencia de conflicto armado.
And this is an area with a lot of conflict, including armed conflict.
Y por supuesto muchos intereses confluyen en ese punto.
And of course there's a lot of different interests converge in this one area.
Colombia, por su ubicación entonces, es un socio comercial estratégico.
So because of its location, Colombia is a strategic partner.
Y el tema comercial explica muchos asuntos en Colombia.
And commerce can explain a lot of different aspects facing Colombia.
Bueno, este es nuestro país.
So here's our country.
Está dividido en 5 regiones.
And it has 5 regions.
Y cada una de ellas tiene algo especial.
And each region is unique in itself.
Cuando digo especial significa que alguien tiene interés en lo que hay allí.
And when I say special, I'm meaning that there's sectors, people that are interested in these areas.
Y yo les voy a mostrar qué es lo que tenemos allí.
So I'm going to show you what we have in each place.
Y ustedes van a pensar que cuando yo hablo de esos recursos,
And then you'll understand that when I speak of these resources,
en esos mismos lugares se concentra la guerra,
you can also understand that in these same places, that's where the war is focalized,
el desplazamiento
where there's more forced displacement,
y la presencia de las corporaciones multinacionales.
and the presence of multinational corporations.
Tenemos el centro del país,
So we have the center part of the country,
es la zona de cordillera, de montañas.
and this is the part with the mountain ranges.
Yo vivo por aquí en Medellín,
I live up here in where it's known as Medellin,
donde siempre es primavera.
where it's always springtime.
Lo siento.
Sorry.
Pero esta zona tiene agua,
And this area is rich in water.
tiene suelos, buenos suelos para la agricultura,
And it has very good soil for agricultural production,
minerales,
mineral deposits,
oro, plata y otros.
gold, silver, amongst others.
Y en esta zona nacen los ríos más importantes de Colombia.
And this is where the region where the major water courses are born in Colombia.
El agua también es un recurso muy importante en nuestro país.
And water is also a very important resource in our country.
Se puede recorrer vía los ríos todo,
You can travel throughout the land by river.
e incluso se puede ir hasta Brasil en esta zona,
You
a través del
can,
río.
you can even reach Brazil by river in this region.
Tenemos la zona pacífica,
We also have the Pacific region,
la selva colombiana,
which is the Colombian jungle region.
una de las reservas de biodiversidad más importantes del mundo,
And it's one of the most important biodiverse zones in the world,
en especies animales y vegetales,
both in animal and plants.
con especial interés en el tema de las farmacéuticas.
And it's especially under the eye of pharmaceutical corporations.
Y como les decía, el tema de la carretera,
And as I mentioned earlier, there's the issue of the highway.
que quien tenga allí el control tendrán muchos recursos durante mucho tiempo.
And whoever controls this area will have access to resources for many years.
La zona Caribe, en el norte,
Then there's the Caribbean region along the north.
en esta zona hay carbón.
Here there's coal.
Somos uno de los principales exportadores de carbón al mundo.
We're one of the biggest coal exporters in the world.
Y están los puertos en el Mar Caribe.
And then there's also the ports along the Caribbean Sea.
Tenemos la Amazonía,
There's also the Amazon region.
también es una selva muy importante.
It's also an important jungle.
Tenemos en esta zona petróleo.
And we also have oil in this region.
Y en la zona inferior se encuentran los cultivos de marihuana y amapola para la producción de drogas.
And also in the lower part of this region, that's where people are growing marijuana, poppies for illicit crop production.
Colombia entonces es un país con muchas riquezas
So Colombia is a land with a lot of resources,
y sin embargo su población vive en la pobreza.
yet nevertheless the population lives in poverty.
Así que hay que buscar una otra explicación por qué existen pobres en Colombia.
So you have to look for another reason about why poverty exists in Colombia,
Porque tendríamos suficiente para vivir bien.
because we have enough to live well.
Les quiero mostrar algunos datos de la situación de la población
So I want to give you some information about the population,
para que veamos las consecuencias reales de lo que está pasando con la guerra,
so that you can see what are some of the real consequences with the war we face,
de la privatización de los recursos
with the privatization of resources,
y la presencia de las corporaciones multinacionales en Colombia.
and the presence of multinational corporations in Colombia.
Esta es una definición técnica de necesidades básicas insatisfechas.
This is just a technical definition of what unsatisfied basic needs means.
La usamos porque es lo que el gobierno dice acerca de la gente pobre.
And we're using it because that's what the government says about who are considered poor.
Otras instituciones tienen datos mucho más graves,
Other institutions use even more serious statistics than these.
pero aún con estos datos oficiales podemos ver un poco la situación.
But even with these official statistics, we can see a bit about the situation.
Entonces tenemos que en los centros urbanos el 19,66% de personas viven con necesidades básicas insatisfechas.
So we see that in urban centers, 19.66% of the population lives with unsatisfied basic needs.
Y en el resto del país eso aumenta al 53%.
And in the rest of the country, this increases up to 53.55% of the population.
Pero el resto del país es la mayoría.
But the rest of the country is the majority of the country.
Los centros urbanos son muy pocos.
And the urban centers are few.
O sea que realmente estamos hablando de una pobreza generalizada.
So we're talking about widespread poverty.
Algunas cifras indican que puede ser hasta el 60% de la población en situación de pobreza.
Other statistics talk about there even being 70% of the population living in poverty.
Y estos algunos datos para complementar la mirada sobre la situación en Colombia.
And so I'm just giving these statistics, some more statistics to give an overview of what's facing the country.
¿Nos presentas, por favor?
Reading them in English, total population of 44 million, 10% Afro-Colombian, and about 1 million indigenous people, 15 million people in poverty, and 4 million people in abject poverty, 4 million displaced people, 64.5% of the working age population has an occupation.
64% de personas ocupadas.
And when we're talking about 64% of the population being occupied,
no significa que tienen un empleo formal.
We're not talking about them having a regular job.
Significa que es una persona que realiza alguna actividad y por eso recibe ingresos.
We're talking about it just meaning someone who carries out some sort of activity and from that activity receiving some sort of income.
Y un ejemplo de eso puede ser vender dulces en los buses.
So an example of this would be somebody selling candy on a bus.
Donde obtiene $5 al día.
Maybe they're just making $5 a day.
Para alimentar a tu familia.
And with that feeding their family.
Pero en las estadísticas estas personas aparecen que tienen una ocupación.
But according to statistics, this person has an occupation.
Es importante mostrar también la diferencia del desempleo entre hombres y mujeres.
It's also important to denote the difference in the unemployment rate between men and women.
Las mujeres tienen menos oportunidades en el mercado de trabajo.
Women have less opportunity in the workforce.
Trabajan en los peores, donde hay peores salarios.
They work in the worst. They work for the less wages.
Donde no hay contratos.
Where they don't get a regular work contract.
Y trabajos poco valorados.
And work that isn't well appreciated.
Como el trabajo doméstico o atención a los clientes. ¿Cómo se llama?
Como like call center o algo así.
Sí, call center.
So people carrying out less appreciated work like working as domestic servants or customer service, like working at a call center.
En estas estadísticas están incluidas 800,000 personas que no reciben remuneración.
And this includes 800,000 people who aren't receiving any remuneration.
Las estadísticas los incluyen así, trabajadores sin remuneración.
And the statistics include them as such. They say these are workers who do not receive a wage.
Sí, es extraño, pero es cierto.
So it's strange, but it's true.
Son personas que están trabajando y que reciben algún beneficio en especie, alimentos o vivienda.
These are people who are working and they receive some benefit in kind, food or housing.
Pues creo que lo mejor sería no ponerlos ahí, pero el gobierno lo hace.
I think it would be best not to put them within the occupied category, but that's where the government places them.
Esta es la situación que ha sido similar desde hace mucho tiempo.
And this situation has been like this for many years now.
Porque en nuestro país existe una estructura social desigual.
Because in our society we have an unequal structure that exists.
No es posible tener mecanismos de ascenso social, de mejoramiento de la vida.
And there isn't any way to raise yourself in society, to improve your lot.
Y trabajar muy duro no significa un futuro mejor.
And working really hard doesn't mean you'll have a better future.
Esto sucede porque tenemos una concentración muy fuerte de recursos en muy pocas personas.
And this is because happens because we have a very high concentration of resources, in other words, in the hands of few people.
Que ha sido empeorado por la guerra.
Which has worsened because of the war.
Por la aplicación de políticas neoliberales.
And because of the application, implementation of neoliberal policies.
En los años 90 que redujeron el Estado.
Which in the 1990s reduced the role of the state.
Y la prestación de servicios sociales.
And the welfare services provided.
Sin embargo, Colombia es visto en América Latina como un ejemplo.
Nonetheless, Colombia is looked at within Latin America as an example.
Porque ha aumentado la cobertura en salud y educación.
Because they've increased coverage in healthcare and education.
Es decir, se tiene un título que te permite acceder a la educación y la salud, pero es de muy mala calidad.
In other words, formerly one can access education and healthcare, but it's of a very poor quality.
Entonces, al final, ni la educación ni la salud permiten mejorar la vida de las personas.
So in the end, education and healthcare doesn't allow a person to improve their chance in life.
Atrás, al mapa. En esta zona del país, los niños y las niñas se mueren
And in this part of the country, women and children die
por falta de alimentos,
from the lack of food,
porque el agua está contaminada.
because the water is contaminated,
Cuando en esta zona llueve 360 días al año,
because in this part of the country, when it rains 360 days out of the year,
pero no hay agua potable.
but yet people don't have treated water in their homes, or access to treated water.
En Colombia, en esta zona hay agua potable.
Only in this region do we have what's called drinkable water.
En el resto del país, el servicio es muy malo.
In the rest of the country, the service is quite poor,
Y en la mayoría la gente tiene que comprar el agua para cocinar.
and most people have to buy water just to cook,
Y se la está comprando a Coca-Cola,
and they're buying it from Coca-Cola,
cuando en su propio pueblo está el nacimiento de agua.
even though in their own town is where the water resources come from.
Entonces, Colombia es un país con muchos recursos, mal distribuidos,
So Colombia is a country with a lot of resources that are poorly distributed,
y por esto la pobreza en Colombia es un problema político.
and that's why poverty in Colombia is a political issue.
Y aquí llego a el presente y los dos temas importantes que tenemos.
And now I reach to where we are today, and the two important issues I also want to discuss,
Que se relacionan directamente con el tema de la desigualdad.
which relate directly to the issue of inequality.
Por un lado tenemos negociación de una agenda laboral nueva
And we have a new labor agenda
derivada de la firma del Tratado de Libre Comercio con los Estados Unidos.
arising from the signing of the free trade agreement between Colombia and the United States.
Acerca del conflicto armado es importante decir
In terms of the armed conflict, it's important to say
que la intención de negociar del gobierno es nueva.
the government's desire to negotiate is new.
En Colombia se decidió hace más o menos 15 años ganar la guerra,
About 15 years ago, the Colombian government decided to win the war,
y para esto se solicitó apoyo militar a los Estados Unidos,
and in order to do so, they requested military aid from the U.S.
y durante todos estos años hemos tenido un gran plan de asistencia técnica militar de Estados Unidos a Colombia,
And throughout this time, there's been a very developed technical plan for military assistance to Colombia,
que le ha permitido tener victorias militares.
which have allowed for the achievement of very important military victories.
Pero esto no significa que estemos más cerca de la paz.
But that doesn't mean we're any closer to reaching peace.
Lo que significa es que los ejércitos están en alta confrontación
It means that the armies are in high conflict
y en medio está la gente.
and with people stuck in the middle.
Así que a la vez que hemos ganado la guerra,
So while at the same time as we're winning the war,
pues también se han aumentado las víctimas,
the victims have also increased,
los desplazamientos,
the forced displacements,
la crisis humanitaria.
the humanitarian crisis.
Así que para nosotros en Colombia este es un momento importante,
So for us, it's a very important time in Colombia,
pero sabemos que es apenas el inicio del cambio.
but we know it's really just the beginning of change.
Sabemos que es necesario que los ejércitos paren la confrontación,
And we also know it's very important for the armies to desist from engaging in war,
pero el camino de la reconstrucción es largo.
but the path for reconstruction is long.
La justicia y la reparación son acciones que son de largo plazo,
And justice and reparations are a long-term activity.
y será difícil recuperar una sociedad que ha sufrido demasiado,
And it will be very difficult to recover a society that's lost much too much,
donde los líderes activistas han sido asesinados,
where the social leaders have been murdered,
la gente tiene miedo,
where people are are struck with fear,
no confía en los gobernantes y no confía en este proceso.
and they don't trust in their political leaders or in this process.
Paralelo a esta negociación del conflicto,
And at the same time as this political negotiation is being carried out,
tenemos la agenda laboral.
we also have the labor agenda.
Allí es muy importante recordar la presión de los sindicatos de Estados Unidos,
And it's very important to remember the role played by U.S. Trade union members,
que llevó a condicionar, ¿sí?,
which were able to set conditions for,
la firma del Tratado de Libre Comercio al cumplimiento de unos mínimos laborales.
which were able to set conditions for the signing of the free trade agreement to the government's meeting minimum labor standards.
Durante muchos años, los gobiernos de Estados Unidos y Colombia trataron de firmar este acuerdo,
For many years, the Colombian and U.S. governments tried to sign this free trade agreement,
y gracias a la acción de resistencia de las organizaciones en Colombia y la presión de ustedes en Estados Unidos,
and thanks to the political actions and pressure carried out by Colombian social organizations and activists here in the U.S.,
se demoró mucho más la firma del tratado de lo que esperaban.
we were able to delay the signing of this free trade agreement much more than anyone expected.
Entonces, este plan de acción laboral genera unas oportunidades,
So this labor action plan also produces different opportunities for us.
son 25 puntos que se han establecido para el cambio en los temas laborales.
And they've established 25 points that need to be carried out in terms of labor action.
Entre ellos está la creación del Ministerio del Trabajo,
One is creating the Ministry of Work,
la eliminación de la intermediación laboral a través de cooperativas,
and no longer subcontracting or outsourcing workers through associated workers cooperatives,
y el aumento de las sanciones a las empresas que incumplen los derechos laborales.
and increasing punishment and fine for companies that aren't fulfilling with labor law.
Ahora el 15 de mayo se cumple un año de este acuerdo.
And then on May 15th marks 1 year since this agreement was signed,
Los resultados realmente son muy pocos,
and there have been very few results.
entre otros asuntos porque aunque no había tratado de libre comercio,
Well, in one, because while there wasn't an FTA before,
toda la legislación se cambió.
and while there wasn't one FTA, all of our national legislation had already been amended.
Nuestra legislación laboral tiene muchas formas para evadir los derechos laborales.
And our labor legislation has a lot of ways in which it can avoid fulfilling basic standards.
Y eso es lo que estamos viendo hoy.
And that's what we're seeing today.
Se eliminaron las cooperativas de trabajo asociado,
So they eliminated these outsourcing legal figures known as associated workers cooperatives,
pero ahora se están usando las empresas temporales de trabajo.
and they prohibited that legal figure, and then they create temporary agencies.
Se puede mostrar la cifra de cuántas personas habían en cooperativas y cuánto creció los servicios temporales, coincide.
You can look at how many people used to be employed outsourced through associated workers cooperatives, and then look, and it's the same number now being employed by these temporary agencies.
Las sanciones que se están aplicando son muy pequeñas,
And the fines that they mete out are very small,
de tal manera que las empresas pueden pagar la multa y pueden seguir operando y pueden seguir teniendo ganancias.
to the point that companies can pay the fine, keep operating as they do, and still make a profit.
O sea que la sanción no tiene ninguna función.
So the fine doesn't work.
Entonces, no es fácil lo que está sucediendo ahora.
So it's not easy what's going on right now.
Creemos que se necesita aumentar la presión,
We think that there needs to be more pressure,
mostrar cómo hay muchas formas para evadir las responsabilidades laborales
and show that there's a lot of ways in which they can avoid carrying out their true responsibility as employers,
y exigirle mucho más al gobierno colombiano.
and we can demand a lot more from the Colombian government.
A propósito,
In this sense,
en todo este tema encontramos que las mujeres no se benefician de estos cambios.
we see that women do not gain from any of these changes
porque no están en los sectores prioritarios para el gobierno.
because they're not working in the areas that are prioritized by the government.
Las mujeres trabajan en estas empresas temporales
Women work at these temp agencies,
y principalmente en el sector de servicios
especially in the service sector
y servicios financieros.
and in the financial sector.
Y en
Service
estos
sector.
sectores el gobierno no está haciendo nada
And in these sectors, the government isn't doing anything
para cambiar las formas de contratación.
in order to change the way people are contracted.
Así que es posible que al final tengamos buenos resultados,
So it's possible that in the end we have very good results,
pero que las mujeres no mejoren su situación en el trabajo.
but women won't improve their lot at all in their workplaces.
Esto para nosotros ahora es una preocupación muy fuerte,
So this is a very important concern for us right now,
porque lo que vemos es que se conjuga los problemas derivados del capitalismo
so we see that there's a mixing where you have the problems that are generated from capitalism
y de una cultura que discrimina a las mujeres.
along with a culture that discriminates against women.
Bueno, finalmente recordarles que estamos viviendo estos dos momentos,
So lastly, I just want to remind you that we're facing these two situations,
que allí hay muchos intereses,
and there's a lot of interest therein,
no solo adentro de Colombia.
and not just interest from within Colombia.
Por supuesto, las corporaciones multinacionales están muy atentas a lo que va a suceder.
Of course, the multinational corporations are also paying very close attention to what can happen.
Entonces, lo que suceda dependerá de muchas fuerzas que están negociando.
And so what will result will depend a lot about how the different forces are able to interact.
Nosotros tenemos esperanza, pero realmente no sabemos el final.
And we really are filled with a lot of hope, but we don't know how the whole thing will play out.
Pero por primera vez en los últimos 30 años podemos volver a hablar de los temas laborales.
But we can say that for the first time in 30 years, we can talk about labor issues again.
Siguen sucediendo asesinatos y amenazas para los sindicalistas,
And trade unions continue to be murdered and receive death threats.
pero también se empieza a crear un espacio posible para nuevos sindicatos.
But there's also a chance for new unions to be born.
Muy a propósito de 1 de mayo que está cerca,
So right now, fortunately, we have May 1st coming up, Labor Day,
se han presentado 5 experiencias exitosas
and 5 different successful experiences have just occurred
de sindicatos nuevos que están negociando con la empresa,
of new unions being formed that are negotiating with the companies where people work,
cambiando la cultura antisindical.
which helps change the anti-union culture.
Entonces esto también nos parece interesante.
And so that seems interesting also to us.
Ok, ¿preguntas?
Questions?
¿Cuestiones? Mientras ustedes piensan sus preguntas, ok, ya hay una.
I'm wondering if since the free trade agreement has been signed, that you're seeing labor unions being formed and workers' rights increasing in sectors that are exporting to the United States, as opposed to more traditional sectors.
Eso no tiene una relación
There's
realmente,
no real direct relation there.
Okay.
porque entre otras, las corporaciones están llegando
Amongst other reasons, because the corporations are coming in
en sectores que usan poca mano de obra,
in sectors that are not labor intensive,
que son intensivos en capital.
rather are capital intensive,
Por ejemplo, la minería
like mining
y la intermediación financiera.
and financial intermediation.
Entonces no están teniendo un efecto real sobre el tema del empleo.
So it's not really making a real difference on the issue of employment.
Pero este momento político
But this political time right now
sí ha permitido que sindicatos que estaban acabados,
which has allowed for unions that had really were
que estaban muy
finished,
vulnerables,
who are, that were real weak, vulnerable.
pudieran de nuevo alzar su voz.
They've been able to raise their voice again.
Y eso es lo que ha sucedido con los trabajadores de la Drummond,
And that's what's happened, for example, with the mine workers at the Drummond Corporation,
de carbón,
the coal company,
que recientemente estuvieron en huelga.
were recently on strike.
Y lo que también está sucediendo muy interesante
And another case that's very interesting
es que los sindicatos dentro de su pliego de negociaciones
is that these workers, in their list of demands that they presented to the company,
exigen que los trabajadores contratados con intermediación, contratados por
is
fuera,
they're demanding that subcontracted workers,
sean integrados a la planta de personal.
they're demanding that they become regular full-time employees.
Esto está ocurriendo por primera vez en Colombia
And this is the first time that this is happening in Colombia,
porque los sindicatos entendieron que no pueden estar cerrados,
because the unions understood that they can't just be that closed off.
que ellos tienen que aprovechar la oportunidad que tienen de negociación con la empresa
They have to take advantage of the chance when they're negotiating with the company
para ayudar a los trabajadores que están por fuera,
to help those workers who are not with regular work contracts.
y una vez esto sucede, los trabajadores se pueden afiliar.
And once this happens, then once they get regular work contracts, then they can join the
Es un
union.
camino contrario a lo que hemos hecho tradicionalmente,
And that's what goes against our grain of thought traditionally.
y en algunos sectores está dando resultado.
And we're getting positive results in some sectors.
Pero como les decía, con o sin tratado,
But like I was saying, with or without the FTA,
ya la legislación colombiana permite muchas cosas
our Colombian labor code now allows for a lot of things,
para la inversión extranjera.
facilitating foreign investment,
Disminución de impuestos, disminución de derechos
lowering rights, lowering taxes,
y una legislación ambiental amplia
with a very broad environmental law
que permite la explotación en zonas de reserva natural.
that allows for exploitation to be carried out in nature reserves.
So it sounds like the unionism is becoming easier. What about living conditions? Since the free trade agreement hasn't raised living conditions at all?
El Tratado de Libre Comercio ha mejorado las condiciones de vida.
Los efectos del Tratado de Libre Comercio no son positivos en Colombia,
The FTA has not provided for positive effects in Colombia.
porque no genera empleo,
Doesn't create more work.
Quiebra las empresas pequeñas,
It bankrupts small businesses.
entonces no hay beneficios reales.
So we're not seeing any real benefits.
Esto era lo que veníamos diciendo desde hace mucho tiempo.
And that's what we've been saying for many years now.
Ahora tenemos la evidencia que es así.
And now we have the proof that that's what it is.
Si no es el Tratado de Comercio, ¿qué es lo que está mejorando las condiciones, parece, como que explicas, las condiciones laborales?
So if you were saying that the labor struggle has improved recently, if it isn't due to the FTA, what are the new successes due to?
Es muy interesante porque es un asunto político.
That's very interesting because it's a political answer.
Es una presión que ha recibido el gobierno colombiano para volver a cambiar la legislación.
It's because the Colombian government now is under new pressure to change the legislation again.
Y que sancione a quienes evaden los compromisos laborales.
And now they're needing to start to punish those who are violating labor law.
No proviene del intercambio comercial,
It's not because of what's coming out of our commerce,
sino de esta presión que ha recibido nuestro gobierno,
rather because of the pressure exerted on our government,
que no solo ha sido de los sindicatos de Estados Unidos.
which doesn't only come from U.S. trade unions,
Colombia ha recibido sanciones en la OIT,
but Colombia has also has already been received unfavorable rulings from the ILO, the International Labor Organization,
okay, por la violación de derechos humanos contra sindicalistas.
because of violations committed against
Y
trade
toda
unions.
esta presión se fue sumando.
So all of this pressure just keeps building up.
Por eso es un momento muy particular en Colombia.
And that's why I say we're at a very unique moment of time in Colombia.
Porque además de que cambien las leyes,
Because even though laws change,
el gobierno ha tenido que dar espacio político a los sindicatos.
the Colombian government still had to open up political space to trade unions.
Solo para decir algo,
So I just want to say one thing.
el año pasado el salario mínimo fue incrementado con un valor histórico
So last year, the minimum wage was raised by a value that was unheard of historically,
porque el gobierno quería presentar resultados.
because the government wanted to present results.
Es algo que nunca los sindicatos habían logrado.
It's something the trade unions never were able to achieve in the past.
Y el gobierno tuvo muchos problemas con los empresarios
And the government faced a lot of problems from the business class
tomando esa decisión.
because they decided to do this.
Pero los sindicatos solos nunca hubieran podido lograr esto.
And it was just because of the pressure by trade unions they would have never achieved this.
Y cada vez tienen mayores posibilidades de tener una voz.
And they're always getting more and more of an opportunity to have a voice.
Y el gobierno ha iniciado algunas campañas para mejorar la imagen de los sindicatos.
And in the government, they even started taking out some publicity campaigns to improve the image of what it means to be a trade unionist.
Y lo que esperamos es que eso permita fortalecer a los trabajadores.
And we hope that this will help strengthen workers.
O sea, cuando hablo de experiencias positivas es porque los empresarios están entendiendo esto.
And so when I talk about positive experiences, what I mean is that the business class is starting to understand this.
Que necesitan también negociar con el sindicato.
They're understanding that they also have to negotiate with the trade union.
No es perfecto, no es general, pero hay ya algunas experiencias positivas.
And I'm not saying it's perfect, I'm not saying it's widespread, but I'm just saying there are a few examples.
Por eso les digo que no sabemos muy bien esto para dónde va.
And that's why I'm saying we don't know where it's all going to end up.
Si es un fenómeno de corto plazo
Maybe it's just going to be a short-term experience,
para mostrar otra imagen al mundo,
you know, so they can just show, you know, the shop window, so looking nice to the rest of the world for a moment,
y qué tanto son transformaciones profundas.
or if it's a real deep transformation.
Would you comment on the School of the Americas' contribution to Colombia?
Sobre la Escuela de Américas y cómo tiene su impacto
Eso es súper tema. Necesito agua, necesito agua.
It's a nice subject, but I need a little bit of water.
Y Liz me decía que ahora se puede conocer la lista de quienes estuvieron en la Escuela de las Américas.
So Elise was telling me now, it's been disclosed, those who have participated in the School of the Americas.
Y por supuesto allí aparecerán las militares de Colombia que han participado de esto.
And of course, in that list will also be the military members who participated in this training.
There was a court victory last week that will release all of the names of School of the Americas. And folks who were trained at the School of the Americas. That's information that was available up until 2004 and that has been secret since 2004, and it was just last week the court battle went through. The SOA Watch wanted that it'll be released again. So those names should be available again. That's what she's referring to.
Every country or not just Colombia?
It's the U.S. releasing all names, yes.
Estados Unidos están hablando con los nombres.
I can translate. Si puede comentar sobre el alcance de los sindicatos dentro de la fuerza laboral en general en Colombia y el nivel de cooperación y unidad entre los sindicatos mismos. Y la otra preguntita es que si hay organización sindical en el sector del café.
You say in English as well, or?
Oh, I'm sorry. What I want to know is if you could comment on the level, the reach of the labor, the degree of unionization in the labor force in general, and the level of unity and cooperation among the unions themselves. And then I also want to know if there's labor organization in the coffee sector.
Preguntas muy interesantes.
Very interesting questions.
En el caso del tema del café,
In the case of coffee,
en Colombia lo que existe son pequeños caficultores
in Colombia we have small coffee producers.
que no son empleados de nadie.
And they're not employees of anybody.
Luego hay una federación de cafeteros,
And then there's a federation of coffee producers,
donde participan mayoritariamente quienes sí tienen una gran tierra,
including those that own large amounts of land.
y estos parecieran ser los representantes,
And these seem to be the representatives.
pero realmente representan pues los intereses de los grandes, no de los pequeños.
But the federation really just represents the interests of the large-scale producers, not the small-scale.
Pero en este sector ha sucedido una cosa muy interesante,
But recently, something very interesting just happened.
es que estos pequeños productores han hecho una manifestación muy importante en Colombia.
The small-scale producers came out and had a very important demonstration in Colombia.
Yo creo que es la primera vez que los cafeteros se manifiestan.
And I think it's the first time that the coffee producers have gone out into the street.
Y esta federación salió a negociar con el gobierno
And the federation came out to negotiate with the government.
y ellos dijeron, no, ustedes no nos representan.
And they said, no, you're not representing them.
Y fue un pulso de poder bien importante.
And so there was a real push over control that was very interesting.
Y nosotros creemos que muchos sectores de trabajadores hoy están haciendo manifestaciones
And we think that a lot of sectors of workers are coming out and demonstrating
porque sienten que hay un espacio posible.
because they believe that there's possible scenarios where they can.
La protesta social ha aumentado en el último año
And social protests have increased over the last year
de trabajadores que no tienen un empleador directo.
of workers that don't have a direct employer.
Entonces eso nos parece positivo.
So we think that's positive.
Y tu otra pregunta era sobre los
Que
sindicatos.
su alcance en la fuerza laboral y la cooperación y
Ok.
unidad.
Tenemos una afiliación sindical del 4% más o menos.
The unionized sector of society is about 4%,
Es muy baja.
very low.
Tenemos 3 centrales sindicales,
We have 3 main labor federations,
2.500 sindicatos.
2,000 trade unions,
Sí. Eso lo que significa es que son sindicatos muy pequeños,
which means we have very small unions
con muy poco poder.
with very little power,
Y eso es parte de nuestro problema,
and that's part of our problem.
porque entenderán que allí hay muchas disputas de pequeños poderes
So there's a lot of disputes by people with a little bit of power,
y a veces los temas estratégicos no pueden ser concertados.
and many times strategic issues can't be, agreements can't be reached on strategic issues.
Y vamos a tener un problema mayor
And we're also going to have a bigger problem,
del que seguramente ustedes se van a enterar,
which you will surely hear about,
porque va a crecer la afiliación sindical en Colombia
because the unionization rate is going to rise in Colombia
de una manera espectacular.
in just in the most spectacular fashion.
Y entonces yo les contaré cuál es el truco.
So I'll tell you, what the trick is.
Existe una figura que se llama contrato sindical,
There's a legal concept known as a union contract,
donde
a
los,
labor contract,
donde los trabajadores son contratados por el sindicato
where the workers are contracted directly by the union
y no directamente por la empresa.
and not directly by the company.
Y recientemente hubo un fallo de la Corte
And recently, there was a court ruling
que dice que esos contratos sindicales no tienen una relación laboral.
where it says that these union contracts don't have a direct labor relationship.
Es decir, que no se le puede aplicar la ley laboral.
In other words, labor code can't be implemented. in these
Entonces
cases.
vamos a tener un crecimiento muy grande de personas afiliadas a un sindicato,
So a lot of people are going to end up joining a union,
pero ese sindicato va a terminar haciendo intermediación laboral.
but it's going to be a union that really is just outsourcing workers
Exacto. Y minimizando los derechos.
and minimizing people's rights.
Pero es perfecto porque
But it's great
aparecerá una muy buena imagen de crecimiento
because it'll
sindical.
it'll allow the government to say, oh look, we've raised the unionization rate up.
Es esto que les decía, que hay unas oportunidades, pero también muchos riesgos.
So that's why I was saying before that there's a lot of opportunity, but there's a lot of risks.
Me imagino que alzará las expectativas también.
Claro.
They will raise expectations.
Claro.
Of course.
Entonces, para cuando escuchen esa información sobre Colombia,
So when you hear this news in about Colombia,
pongan una pregunta importante allí.
you gotta wonder about what they're really saying.
En inglés para...
Okay, so my question is about another trick that's maybe being used, which has to do with the statistics of unionists being killed going down. When we were in Colombia last summer, we learned that while they may have gone down, there's like strategic selection of high-profile people still being assassinated, and an increase in death threats and in the coordination of the death threats. So I'm just wondering whether you think that basically, can you accomplish the same goal of squashing people's right to organize with less official violence? And also that disappearances, I believe, have gone up in some communities while murder rates have gone down. So I'm just wondering if you could speak about what might really be going on that the statistics don't show, right?
Sobre lo que tú dices es muy importante.
What you say is very important.
Por eso lo que sucede hoy en Colombia con el tema de la negociación de paz.
That has a lot to do with what's going on with the peace negotiations. Right?
Porque el conflicto es una cortina de humo.
Because the conflict is really a smokescreen.
Que oculta muchos crímenes políticos.
Which is able to conceal a lot of political crimes.
Porque se dice que simplemente nuestro país es muy peligroso.
Because then they can just say, oh, well, we live in a dangerous country.
Y si vemos, pues sí, es muy peligroso.
And if you look, yes, it is indeed quite dangerous.
Y el otro asunto es que el gobierno se ha negado sistemáticamente.
And the other issue is that the government has systematically denied.
A indagar por estos crímenes en conjunto.
Has decided not to look at these crimes altogether.
Entonces se investigan en forma separada.
So in other words, they just investigate each crime as an isolated case.
Y hay mucha impunidad en primera instancia.
And there is, in the trial court, there's a lot of impunity.
Pero en segundo momento las investigaciones terminan relacionando el crimen con asuntos de delincuencia.
And then in later appeals they'll say, oh, it's just, this murder just has to do with common crime.
Y esa es la manera de evadir la responsabilidad de los crímenes sistemáticos contra los sindicalistas.
And that's a way for it to deny that there's a systematic persecution of trade unions being murdered.
I understand that you'll be going to Washington, D.C. shortly after you're leaving here. And I'm wondering who you plan to visit there, and if in the United States Congress the Colombian trade movement has any friends and allies.
If who?
If in the United States Congress there are any allies or friends of the Colombia trade movement. Trade union.
Nos vamos a reunir con congresistas nuevos.
We're going to meet with new Congress members.
California, Pensilvania.
From California, from Pennsylvania.
Pero aún no están confirmados.
But we don't have yet confirmed dates.
Y sí, siempre hemos contado con un grupo de congresistas favorables a estos temas.
But there's also, we've always had a group of Congress people who are committed to these issues.
Particularmente aquellos que van a Colombia y pueden tener información directa sobre la situación.
Especially those that go to Colombia and get first-hand accounts of what's going on.
Para nosotros es muy importante esto que estamos haciendo de presentar la situación.
And so for it's very important to always be presenting what's going on.
Porque la sociedad civil tiene menos oportunidades.
Because the civil society has less opportunities to make.
Estamos haciendo informes periódicos.
But we also draft regular reports.
Que enviamos al Congreso, al Departamento de Estado.
To the Department of State.
Y esto permite contrastar la información que envía el gobierno.
It help contradict, the official reports produced by the government.
I can say also about that, we're meeting with Keith Ellison on Friday, and he's on the congressional monitoring team for the Labor Action Plan. So he's one of the people that's charged directly with monitoring how the labor action plan is being implemented and if it is raising worker standards. We worked with the Latin American Working Group and the Washington Office on Latin America in DC, and they're the ones setting up the events in DC. And they specifically are choosing new Congress people who they think are on the line to have a firsthand interaction with SOHELI and with other labor unionists. They're really trying to push people who they think haven't made up their mind about some of these issues.
Thanks.
Bueno, muy bien, para terminar, en Colombia, les decía, en particular el tema de la minería es muy grave.
So like I was saying, in Colombia in particular, the situation of mining is very serious.
Las comunidades están siendo desplazadas
Communities are being displaced.
y están perdiendo el dominio sobre los bienes que tienen.
And they're losing control over their assets.
Pongamos primero la letra y luego la canción. Okay. Y hay grupos también de música que están denunciando esta situación.
And there's also musical groups that are speaking out against this situation.
Entonces esta es una canción nueva de un grupo que se llama Chop Keep Town.
So this is a new song by a group known as Chop Keep Town.
Y la canción se llama Oro.
And the song is called Gold.
Y le vamos a pedir a nuestro traductor
We'll
un
ask for
esfuerzo.
So we'll try to give an interpretation.
Canta.
So this guy came to my land, taking away all my gold. This guy came to my land, taking away all my gold. He was dressed all in white, and he had a foreign accent, and he promised to give a good exchange for the gold, leaving me with a lot of money. This guy talked to them, and he never came back. He took our precious metal, and he took it all away. You were a thief with my gold, and you left without my gold. You were a thief with my gold, and you left me without my gold. And I've only been deceived, nothing else. You came over here, you took my gold first with your foreigner's accent and your fancy hat.
Echa para allá.
Set that way, and then you went over there, and you didn't come back. You stole my gold, Mister. You left me, and you took everything, even in your mirror, and you left with my gold. You left me without my gold.
Ok, entonces vamos a escuchar la canción.
So let's hear the song.
Right there. The circle. Thank you.
Tierra llegó un fulano llevándose todo mi oro. Tierra llegó un fulano llevándose todo mi oro. Vestido de blanco entero y con acento extranjero. Metió a cambio de oro dejarme mucho dinero. Tipo de que les hablo nunca más apareció. Yo mi metal precioso y todo se lo llevó. Ladrón te fuiste.